What good people? I hope all of you are doing good, and by now week 1 has synced in already and things are going well. Let's start with week 2 now. Week 2 is basically going to be the same, but the only thing that we're changing over here is we're adding weights. Now the repetitions we did last week was 15 to 20, but this time what we're doing is we're going to stick to a 15 repetition. So this 15 repetition that we're doing is going to be challenging. The weights that we choose, we make sure that we can only do 15 reps with these, and we keep the workout as challenging as possible. Also, when squatting or when you're doing lunges, make sure that you have a slight hip hinge, right? Don't throw your body ahead. Maintain a firm core and then hip hinge a little at the start of the exercise. Now the breakdown remains the same as I've already mentioned before, right? But the rest period between sets, that will be 1 minute to 30 seconds, which will also be the same. But again, if you need more, take more time. Don't rush into it. I don't want you to hyperventilate before you get into the second set. I also want to apologize for the quality over here, because when I'm working out, my entire focus is on the workout and I don't look at clips back and forth and go through stuff. That throws me off my whole concentration. So I make sure when I'm working out, my only focus is on the workout. I leave my phone aside and everything else aside. Anyway, so that's about it on why the quality is bad over here, but I'll make sure that it doesn't happen in the future. And also, see my videos before I make the next one. Anyway, the next thing I want to address over here is why I do my standing calf raises before I do my hamstrings. Is because the gastrocnemius muscle, which is one half of the calf muscle, is what I'm trying to exhaust over here, so that when I'm doing my hamstrings, right, they are not assisted by gastrocnemius muscle, right? So that's the only reason why I do my calf raises before I do my hamstrings. Also, because of my injury that I had in December, January, my legs in particular have just been weak since then, so I'm trying to get them back on track. Also, my hamstrings have always been weak from the start, so it's always been a battle to get them stronger, but I'm sure they will someday. I think by the end of this preparation, my hamstrings and my quads and everything will be on track. I'll make sure that they're stronger, and it's not always about neglecting the areas where you're weak. You rather work on those areas and accept that you're weak there, and then get it up, get stronger, and conquer. That's the way it's done, whether it's just the gym or life in general. Anyway, so last week we did barbell rows, but this time we're gonna do cable rows over here. As you can see, the thing about cable rows is make sure that you're standing parallel to the line of the cable row. So it's the same movement done in a similar way. The only difference is that we're using a cable over here instead of a row. So because you're parallel to the line of the cable, you're doing the exercise the same way, and it's working the lats. Okay, so the dumbbell press remains the same as last week. It's just the weight that have changed, but make sure that you do your own weights. Don't focus on the weights that I am doing. This is something that I am comfortable with. I don't expect a beginner to be using these weights. So if you're a beginner, unless you're like super strong, just make sure you stick to your own weights. You don't have to use the same weights that I do. Also, the ab routine this week stays the same, as we're not trying to increase the size of the abs. The focus over here is to develop the core, that we have to strengthen the core, and then for them to be visible, it's going to be entirely on the diet that you follow. So make sure you eat clean, you sleep well, and you get enough rest to recover from the workout. That's about it for week 2, guys. I hope you like the content and you all just train hard. Make sure, please subscribe to the channel, share it, and also like the video if you like the content, as I said, and leave comments below for me to let me know about how you like the video or your experience with the workouts. And if you have any difficulties or some questions that you want to ask, also see my Instagram page. I'm very active on my Instagram page, and I revert back to all the queries there, so please check it out, follow. And you can also follow me on Snapchat to see some interesting content that I put out, what I do throughout the day or just life in general. I'll put both of my Instagram and Snapchat handles in the description below. Just keep up the support, as I said, and thank you very much for watching this video. You all take care. Cheers.